You're listening to That Home Loan Hub. I'm Zibuni Solimova, here to make home loans and property investing simple, smart, and stress-free. Let's get you closer to your property dreams. If you are planning to build something small but not sure where to start, this is the episode for you. We are going to cover 7 tips on how to maximize your interior space. Hello, Micah.
Hello. That you've done a merger of our two brainstormed names for this episode. Awesome. I like it.
I like to think quick on my feet.
Very good at it. Yeah.
Awesome, Micah. So you've got some tips for me today.
Yeah. I'll just start really, really briefly. You might have heard a couple of podcasts on subdivisions and I guess one of my real focuses is like the really small, tight subdivision where you're like, oh, what am I going to do on this tiny little bit of land, or can I even do something? And what kind of flows on from that is, well, what do I actually need? How much space do I need? Do I need 150 square meters? I mean, some people do, but, quite often we don't. And you can actually really maximize small footprints, tight spaces.
And we're not even talking about the cleaning. Cleaning a smaller house is much better than cleaning a bigger house.
We've got 60 squares, round about 20 on each level. And, the little Dyson vacuum cleaner, it is such a breeze. So, yeah, I don't know what it's like when people have the mega houses.
Are you looking at me?
I'm looking at you.
Takes hours and hours, I'll tell you. I miss my smaller houses, that's for sure. All right, tip number 1.
So tip number 1, design with purpose. And do you really need all that space? So do you need that space? So having a really clear list of what you want, but then going, well, hang on a sec. How many times a week do I do this activity, or do I need a specialist music room? Do I need that guest bedroom suite all of the time? And then thinking about that in terms of a flexible space. So, quick example. Our whole downstairs is our undefined flexible space that does 3 functions. It is a hair salon 5 days a week for my partner. So he receives clients there. He's got his basin. Does colors, does everything there. And so that's its primary function during work hours. In the evening time, we close it off with some curtains and we've got a yoga space. We've also got a piano in the corner for music. We've got some gym rings. And so it takes on a different life in the evening. And then if we have friends coming over, we do a bit of a rejig. We shut off a corner with some curtains again, and we've got a guest bedroom. And so, we've got 3 functions in one tiny space. And that is a really great way of reducing your square meterage.
I love it. Tip number 2.
Millimeters count and built-in furniture. So built-in furniture, everyone knows about built-in furniture if they're watching like tiny home episodes and stuff like that. That's no sort of, brilliant thing I'm going to say, but it really works. And so, good design, really maximizing these, you lose 100 millimeters there, 100 millimeters here. I mean, that's actually quite a bit of space in a small space to use that you can use properly. And so I like a day bed because a day bed, it's built in, it's hard up against the wall. You need less space than standard chairs or couches. And it's a couch for 2 or 3 people some of the time. It's a great place to have a nap some of the time. You've got storage underneath it. And when you pull out the dining table, you've got dining seating there as well. All out of this one compact bit of furniture that takes up less space compared to a couch where, you're losing space at the front, you're losing it at the back, they're big and bulky. So that's just an example of millimeters counting and using your furniture correctly.
Love it. Tip number 3.
So let your space breathe and reducing doors and thinking about curtains or pocket sliders. So I'm just going to delve into an example. My bedroom is tiny. So our bedroom, it's just under 8 square meters. And most people are sort of going, oh, that's tiny. It's also got a really low stud height. I'm just going to rewind. In the previous subdivision podcast, we talked about how we wanted to respect the neighbors and stuff. And so we were really squeezing the heights down to make sure I protected everyone's views. And so that played out in the bedroom. It's actually got a really small stud height and it's a really small space. And so to make it feel bigger, we actually didn't put a door on there. And so what we've got instead is quite a wide opening, about 1.5 meters, and we've got a curtain instead. And so when the curtain is drawn and we're sleeping, it's nice and cozy and luxurious. When the curtain's open, this small 7 square meter space, it borrows all the light from outside. The space sort of flows out. And so it doesn't feel pokey anymore. It actually feels like it's just part of a larger space. And so, yeah, I reckon that's quite a
And do you have a
interesting one.
proper bed there, or do you have like just a mattress on
No,
the
we've got
floor?
a proper bed. It's quite a low bed, which again helps the space feel bigger. But yeah, no, it's a proper bedroom. And okay, curtains are not perfect for everyone. Like it works for us because we don't have kids, and I can imagine screaming kids around. You want to have a proper door, but maybe a full height pocket slider, for example, is something that can work well, where you can open it right up. It slides into the thickness of the door, and you've got the full height so that the space sort of flows out, as opposed to a slightly sort of pokey door that closes everything down.
I love those pocket door sliders.
They're a great tip. They
Awesome.
work well.
I've had a few in the bathroom and wardrobes, because then, as you said, the space looks so much better instead of those wide open doors
Yeah.
that swing whichever way.
And I think they actually also work well for living spaces and the like. It gives you that flexibility, and they actually disappear and let the space breathe better. So
Okay, tip number 4.
tip number 4. So mirrors. If you use a mirror really nicely, again, full height, they can really expand the space. So in our place, we've got a glazed front door and quite a tight entranceway. We have not got the space to do an entry foyer or anything like that. So we've got a really tight 3 square meter space. We've got bikes there. We've got vacuum charging. We've got a credenza for like random furniture, coats. But to make the space feel bigger, right beside the glazed door, we've got a full height mirror, and the space suddenly feels brighter, lighter, and way larger. And so it's just a feeling thing, but it just works, and it makes 3 square meters feel like 6. So
You're a wizard.
I don't know about that.
Tip number
5.
5.
You had to do a quick count. So windows that work. So everyone's probably seen the Waiheke beach house designed by some fancy architect which has just got glass everywhere. It's basically a glass box. We can't do that all the time. Quite often it works if you're in the middle of nowhere in a tropical climate. It doesn't work in the middle of Wellington with neighbours looking at you. But what does work is just 1 or 2 full height windows, or windows that reach the ceiling. And I say reach the ceiling because the ceiling is what kind of caps a space. And by having the window reach that level, the space just flows out. Your cap kind of extends beyond. And so we can have a couple of ordinary punched windows, but where it's able to, insert this like full height window maybe that's not that wide, but it just enables the space to feel a lot larger.
Nice. But I do agree with you. You've got to be careful. Like at the moment, we had this discussion. We're sitting in a small podcast studio. It's got a door, a window, and a really big window. And it heats up so much. And the sun just fills this room. And it's great in winter, but in summer, I absolutely suffocate in here. So you've got to be careful as well with what you're doing.
Yeah, so we've done that in our bedroom actually, the 7.5, 8 square meter squeezed bedroom that feels really pokey. We've really made the space feel bigger also by having this just one window, and it just sort of disappear. Sides of it disappear, and the space just feels so much better for it. So.
Okay. Tip number 6.
Don't compromise on utility, and no more teeny tiny basins in teeny tiny bathrooms. You know those ones where you can basically wash one hand at a time?
Yep. That's what I have in my big ass house.
They're fine for like individual toilets, but if that's the only hand basin you have for shaving, makeup, brushing your teeth,
That's terrible.
They just don't work. So I think it's really important to not underestimate the value that getting these small, mundane moments
that
of
you use
life
all
that you
the
use
time.
all the time, getting them right. So in our place, our bathroom, we call it the closet bathroom because it is tiny. But instead of squeezing in a shower, toilet, and a hand basin in there and compromising all of them, we've actually put the hand basin on the landing outside. So it means that in this closet bathroom, we've got a good shower, we've got good space for a toilet, But then on the landing, we've got a really good sized basin with space for shaving and brushing your teeth and that kind of thing. And it also means that someone can be using the toilet while someone else is brushing their teeth quite happily. And so splitting up the functions like that and thinking, oh, well, how can I use a landing which isn't actually used? Yeah, we just popped the hand basin on there. And we've used a really nice one. A friend made it. It's a ceramic basin that we've put on a little timber cabinet. And so it's become actually a bit of a feature.
Yeah, that's fantastic. You just reminded me, we're just going to divert a little bit, but I went to the doctor's bathroom one time and my mind blew because they had this basin on top of a toilet. So basically you wash your hands and then that water recycles back into the tank somehow and then you flush it.
Yep.
So
interesting. Okay.
So, yeah, that really
I just don't know if I'd want to brush my teeth in that.
I know, right? Yeah, that took me a while. So please don't do that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Tip number 7.
So,
our final one. Tip number 7.
Tip number 7. So space mining. So this is really thinking, well, how can I use little corners of wasted space really well? So we've got storage cavities, like in floors, for example, like in our entrance, we've actually used the depth of the floor to put in a shoe cupboard. So we've got this little hatch and our shoes slide off, hatch goes down, then you walk over the top of it and it all just disappears nicely. So yeah, it's just quite a simple way of using a little bit of space that you don't actually have at your disposal normally. Another one was the space above the stair, which is often, you've got a lot of head height that doesn't get used. So in our place, we've actually put the pantry there, and the pantry has really deep drawers at waist height so you don't clang your head as you're coming up the stair, but it's using that depth of that wasted space to store some food. And then on top of it, we've also got a few pot plants and household appliances and that kind of thing. So
love it. I cannot wait to visit your house, Mike.
I've got a few more.
Wait, you only said 7.
Oh, no, sorry. A few more space mining tips. Sorry.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
We've got a pretty tight spiral staircase in our place. It's also a beautiful feature for the house, but you could imagine walking down that with a laundry basket could be a bit of a pain, not very easy. So we've just inserted a little laundry chute. It's literally a hole in the floor with a cabinet built around it, and so that's just a way of making life easier and using a leftover corner of the space smartly. And then one last tip, and this is space mining, but kind of in a different way. So our whole ground floor is underground, dug into the hill, not fully underground, but it could potentially be a really dark, dank space. And so what we've done is in the middle floor, we've actually carved out about 4 square meters to get a good light well into the ground floor. Now you might say, well, this is a small house. Why are you wasting 4 square meters like this? Well, if you flip it on its head, we've taken out 4 square meters from the middle floor, but we've given light to 20 square meters of the ground floor. The whole ground floor can suddenly be used all the time. And so we've actually gained the utility of 20 square meters by thinking smartly about, well, where do we sacrifice a bit here but gain some amenity somewhere else? So there we go. We've just hit our 7 tips.
We've covered our 7 tips. Micah, you did amazing. Thank you so much. Yes?
I'm actually preparing some resources for people, like essentially covering off some of these podcast tips that we've done.
Beautiful. Where can they find it?
So when I've finished,
on your website,
I'll have them on my website.
Beautiful.
Or you can just drop me a line on the website, and I'll make sure I email them out to you.
Beautiful.
So
there was a shameless plug-in from Micah.
I know. Gosh,
that's all
terrible.
Good. Love that, Micah. Thank you so much for coming again, and I can't wait to have you here again.
Great. Thanks,
Thank you
for having me.
See ya. And that's a wrap on That Home Loan Hub. Don't forget to hit subscribe and join me next time for more property tips and tricks. Your next smart move starts here.